Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ericka from the Classy Climb blog. I'm doing a quickie here. Now, we will later have a full show, but for right now, we're going to do it here in my garage. As you know, in Ty Lopez speak. Hey, everybody. Terry, what are you doing in my house? All right, you guys, this is a pretty cool spot. I want you to see it. Definitely hit the like button. Me and Terry are going for real live later. Right now, you're just stunning for the gram, and Instagram was down, so we'll stunt for you guys. Just out here in my garage, living my best life. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're paying attention to the news. Some of you saw my videos this week on Instagram. I was talking about the cheese has moved, right, Terry? What's up, everybody? So Terry, I saw y'all. Knowledge, somebody said it. So Terry, what's some of the things people need to realize? Because you're talking about employees and their 401ks. Tell me about it.
Well, one of the things that people need to know is that unless you understand the stock market, you don't understand your compensation. Part of it is a match, so in your 401k, and how do you understand that if you don't understand the stock market? And then a lot of companies nowadays are paying your salary in both cash and also in equity. Yep. So, what do you do with those stock options if you don't know what the stock market does?
Exactly. So now you got benefits from your job. You don't even know how to redeem them.
You don't even know how to do them.
Okay, I know old people from Fayetteville, North Carolina who had Kelly Springfield Tire. They had shares.
See?
Cashing them shares out. Okay? Yeah. So, but if they didn't understand it, they didn't understand that was part of their retirement package.
Yeah.
What they gonna do?
There's a lot of companies that have really good match programs, but you have to put in a certain amount of money and then they'll match it. But a lot of folks are like, well, I need the cash right now, so I'm not going to put anything into my 401k. But that might be a big mistake if you're part of a good company with a really good match or even really good stocks. So, yeah, let's talk about it.
Will the trade and travel discount ever come back? Man, no. Cash money, sorry. I was her last round. I was her last go round, you guys. I'm so sorry. I was trying to tell y'all, Terry's gonna be in newspapers. She might be on TV. You're not really gonna get her. She's going to corporate clients now.
The course is already 90% off the value of the course.
Yeah.
So the current price is already a discount. So join in now.
I'm trying to flip it. I'm gonna flip it.
No.
So you can talk.
Everybody.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I did some market analysis of the price of my course. And it's actually well over $20,000. And some of the students that I have now are literally people that pay $20,000 to $40,000, and they've come to me for coaching.
Yeah, so, and you're doing some corporate stuff. You're going to lunch and learns.
Yeah.
For actual companies.
Yep. Now I'm talking to Allstate next week, so super excited about that. Talking to their staff, working on some deals with some other companies right now to go in and talk to their staff. So really trying to make sure the world understands how the stock market works.
I'm telling you guys, listen, so part of this video, we're going to do a bigger video later. We're just doing a quick one while we wait on my friend in my garage, you guys, here, this model house. You guys know this is not what my house would look like. My house would look better than this. But hit the like button. It's cute though. I love the white and everything, the stone. So what I was telling people, Terry, is the cheese has moved. Yeah. And I'm going to set this camera up somewhere that makes sense at some point here. Hold on, you guys. I was telling her, your house is beautiful. It's a model house. So I was telling her the cheese has moved. Now, what do I mean the cheese has moved?
Where does one get her course? Go to iTradeandTravel.com, and also
any of the links
will have a link.
Yeah. I'll have the links up there. It's like the light from the back of the door. I'm trying to get around. We might turn this way. I was like the light. It keeps getting in and then there's a lot of light in here. So what I was telling her was the cheese has moved. And what do I mean the cheese has moved? People are complaining about retirement.
Thank you, Lindell. Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you. Grant Cardone had a video the other day, and he's running ads on it where he's like, if you got one flow is dumb, right? He's like, one flow is anything happens. He's like, if you don't get more than one flow, you'll work till you die.
Which is unnecessary. You can literally have multiple streams of income and be able to support yourself.
That daggone light back there. Okay.
It's a bright house.
It's a very bright house, and I love that. Need bright lights. So, but hey, thank you, Doug. Happy belated birthday. Thank you.
Yes.
So, but that's just it. It's if you don't, that's her name. Thank you for putting it in there.
With an E though. Ijeoma. Did y'all know Ijeoma means good journey? I'm Nigerian. In Igbo, it means good journey.
Boom. Is the VIP course still available? Yes.
Yes.
But again, she's going all next week to like corporate offices. Again, y'all, y'all saw John Hustle, right? I try to get John Henry Hustle. I try to bring the people in. Y'all just don't even know that you got to get them before they go famous. But again, the cheese has moved, and a lot of people who I remember I worked at Lowe's, and we talked about this, I think, and they had to force people to do a 1% match. Now they gave them a 6% match, but people were like,
what?
So eventually Lowe's just started
Lowe's
forcing.
Stock is doing really well.
Amazing.
Like they would have been doing so well had they invested thin.
Is that so? Then they had some people who had been 6% since they started. They didn't know, and they're like, this one guy's like, yeah, I got like $100,000. I've been here like 12 years. Right. But my thing is like, why you been working here all these years and don't even know your stuff?
Right.
So it's important.
My best example for 401k and matching is my uncle. He's worked at Coca-Cola for 30 years, but since the beginning, he put in like 18%, which I think whatever the maximum match was, he put it in. And then he's able to now retire, and he has money in the bank because Coca-Cola stock just appreciates every year. So yeah, it's really something that all of us need to know more about.
Philly present. What's up, Philly?
Hey, Philly.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, listen. What's up? Email me, Terry. Thank you for the $4.99 Lindell Moore. Maybe you can try her on Instagram. I don't know. I mean, I try to tell y'all this because I bring on really high quality guests. Because when you start going to these conferences, you start going to these events, you literally bump into the same people over and over. But also, you see he put his email there.
Okay, thank you, Linda.
I might need you to hit her on the DMs on Instagram.
Check me out on Instagram.
And message her.
My name is I'm an Investor. It looks like Imani Investor. That's the best way to reach me. Go into my DMs there, and then we can talk.
So the thing of what I was trying to get people to understand is like, as you're going up, there's not a ton of people up here. Because literally there's a rule, and I forgot the book, where you start differentiating yourself. Sorry, you guys, you're not a speech impediment. So you start adding more to what you are, your character, your specializations. And what ends up happening is all of a sudden you look up and you have just this long profile and history of all these things you've done. Like when you start speaking to all these companies, now you're going to look up 6 months from now, and a company to book you is going to be like, oh, she done spoke to Allstate, she done spoke to here, she done spoke to here, she done went over here, and they're going to know how to pay.
Yeah.
So
and
this
guys,
is important.
If you work for a company and you think this would be valuable for your company, please let me know as well. I know that a lot of employee resource groups, April is Financial Literacy Month. So you're looking for things to do with your staff. So just let me know. I can come help you learn about stocks.
Thank you, Ben the Bartender. Ben the Bartender said, slide in her DMs respectfully. Yes, I literally had to block like 7 people yesterday, y'all. It was out of control. So, I've been running ads on Instagram, and I just had to start blocking people. It was crazy. So, but what there's such an opportunity in this space. Like when we were listening to John Henry the other day, you can talk to anybody. Right? But don't lose that respect. Like you just respectful, open conversations.
My grandmother used to say, you can say anything you want, it's just how you say it.
Say it. Listen, old people, when they get old, say whatever they want. Because they be old, right?
Just how you say it.
He's Sybil said, do you visit state governments?
I can if you need me to, Sylvia. Just let me know.
Okay, reach out to her. And so my point is the cheese has moved. Well, yesterday when I was doing the video, I was trying to get people to understand that like, if I could move like 1 million people into tech jobs, I would do it. Like I got Kamoy and other people coming on all the time because I'm like this, Andrew Yang brought it up that we're not going to have any wealth in 2035, but it's not about high paying jobs. It's no investments.
Well, and the thing is like, I have a post that I've been working on lately, and it's about, are there some skill sets that are becoming obsolete? And like we think about Blockbuster back in the day, and it just completely went out of business because you had Netflix and there's no one else. Yeah, Redbox, YouTube. Now everybody's not ordering videos. But there used to be 10,000 traders on the trading floor back in the day, like in 2012. Now there's less than 1,000 because it's all gone electronic. So there's a lot of like AI, artificial intelligence. Hey, Nigerians do run everything. Yes,
he said Nigerians everywhere.
But
that was on her mind though. We run everything.
But yes, like AI is taking over jobs, and there's actually lately there's been this conversation that like because of AI we won't have any jobs, but I don't think that's true. I think the jobs will just change. You'll just need different skill sets.
Management,
right?
Maintenance.
Learn how to code. If you learn how to like run the computers. Like, you remember Hidden Figures?
Yep.
Those computers came in and they didn't need regular mathematicians anymore.
Yeah.
They just needed people who knew how to run the computer.
And listen, I'm careful about what I'm saying, but gatekeepers, the gatekeepers have moved. It used to be, oh, I can't get over there because somebody's blocking the gate. You can go all around the gate now.
Right.
And I'm being careful, but you guys can look into that however you want to say it. But like, same thing with the trucks. When I talk about people buying trucks, I said, listen, you got 30,000 Sikh Indians who are coming over from India, and they're like, this is amazing.
Right.
I can drive this truck and I can own it. So, when we talk about ownership, that's a really big thing. Like home ownership, rental property ownership, just even taking money to invest with someone.
I felt that way when I became a broker in real estate. So as a real estate agent, you have to give a large percent of your commissions to the broker. But as a broker, you get to keep all the commissions for yourself. And I think no matter what industry you're in, try to be that top of the rung so that you get to keep all the money for yourself.
It's for real.
Like that's the...
It's just like slices of the pie. And somebody was like, oh, you're a jack of all trades. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not a jack of all trades. I am a connector. I'm a super connector. I like connecting people to people who know what they're doing and people who over here who are like specialized. I always tell people that when I'm like, this is just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I just am sharing with you what I'm doing and what flip mode my life has done in 4 years.
Right.
Like financially, personally, all of it. Like you can, there's an article I was talking about, like the first million is the easiest. And people got mad. Yeah, and I think it's true because if you don't have any kids, you're not married, like there's a time thing there.
Yeah.
And also the money's not being spent on like kids and teeth and dentist appointments and like, you can really hyper.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But there is an opportunity cost to waiting.
Yeah.
Like you have to remember that if you wait and put things off like a couple months, how much time and how much money could you have made during that time that you wasted? Put some money to that and you'll realize I should have started now.
Yeah.
When
I talk about, so Lending Club started in 2007. People still don't know what Lending Club is. 2.5 million people helped. $44 billion moved back and forth. This is what I'm talking about. The cheese has moved.
Girl.
And people have no idea. Like, I don't have 600 notes at one time. People are like, oh, are you worried about people not paying me $25 back?
Right.
I have 600 notes. I haven't had a default.
No, okay, so question, you keep talking about your cheese. Are there people who haven't read that book, like Who Moved My Cheese? Do you want to tell them about it?
You explain the book.
Okay, so there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese.
And I stand up.
Okay.
My legs are getting sleepy. I was like, I can stand up. Go ahead.
There's a book called Who Moved My Cheese, and I haven't read it in quite a while, so please forgive me if I get it wrong. But they had, I think, 3 different types of mice. And there was one mouse. This is what I remember from the story. I might be making up my own story.
I'll help you.
But there's one that I think couldn't deal with change. So he didn't really do anything. But then there was another who was successful that could adapt to the change, even though the cheese was moved. And so I think that's what we're trying to say. Like, you got to be the person who's able to adapt to change so that when the cheese is moved, you can be successful.
Yeah. So in the thing, it was like 3 mice in the little video. If you guys look it up on YouTube, there's a little cartoon. Yeah. And one mouse, they start running. They go to the exact same place where the cheese always been. And the cheese moved. Well, 2 of the mice sit down like, let's wait on the cheese to come back. Right. The other mouse is like, I'm out. I'm going to go find the cheese. Yes. And he kept going. And so then there was a whole new thing of cheese. And I think one of the 2 mouse went and found a new cheese and tried to come back and tell the other, hey, yo, there's cheese over here. He's like, no, I'm going to sit right here and wait for that cheese. No. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. I'm like, people don't, when it came to factories, right? We still have a huge manufacturing in Dallas. Dallas. They have a ton of guys who work in warehouses. But if you were in the Rust Belt and you were working at a factory,
did it dry up?
A lot of the Rust Belt did, but they tried to transition people to healthcare and other things and trucking and give them incentives. And people were like, mm-mm.
Right.
And then I'm 50 and I got disability. And it's like, nah, man, you ain't nothing wrong with you.
I was listening to a speaker, lately I've been
Hold on. Thank you, Fred, for the $5 super chat. Andrew Yang will be right along in his truck. That's good.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead. Do it. Sorry.
So like lately I've been going to a lot of conferences, hence why I'm at South by Southwest. And,
She got a platinum badge. They ain't cheap, y'all.
hey,
I need all the likes. Give me them likes. Go ahead.
But so one of the speakers that I was listening to talked about how, and now like my thought is going away, but they talked about how if you are truly ambitious, like if you're truly a leader, you don't wait for permission. So there's this whole thing about being permission seekers.
Yeah.
And there's some people who they wait for someone to tell them yes. They wait for someone to give them permission before they do what they really need to do or what they even want to do. But leaders don't wait for permission. Leaders just go forward and they ask for forgiveness later. They're like, oh, this is let me walk into this room, let me go into this business meeting, let me meet this person. If I'm not supposed to be here, they'll tell me.
They'll let me know
they're not
confidently.
waiting for permission.
Yeah.
And I think
ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, that's something that people like when you're going over that hump from being a follower to a leader, you have to learn to like move away from being a permission seeker and move into someone who just goes forward no matter what.
Do you also think, okay, Ben the bartender said they were training Rust Belt folks in Ohio. Good companies were buying out employees, offering them retraining. Some folks were comfortable with no change. Yeah, some people just were like, no, thank you. Thank you, Engineering Cannabis, for the $5 super chat. Continue with your advice. Found my niche based on your advice. Well, thank you so much. One of the things I was thinking of.
Get in the camera. I don't want to be over by myself.
Terry, you can run the channel. I ain't even got to be in it. I was trying to get my legs some break.
Here, let me hold it so you can.
Girl, listen, she know my arm be like, I'm working on my personal trainer, be wearing me out. So the whole thing about the cheeses move and investing is I always get the comment of like, Ericka, what is it risky? Will you lose money in the stock market? You know, since you've been on, I've gotten so many messages about come in, I guess. So many messages about will you lose money in the stock market? Will you lose money investing in Lending Club? Will you lose money? Honey, you're losing money every day.
Right.
Inflation, taxes, tolls on the road, like honestly, people are losing about $20 to $30 a day anyway.
Right. Just because while it's sitting there in your account, it's losing value.
It's losing value.
Yeah.
And so I remember somebody was like, what about gold? What about silver? I'm like, listen,
that's still
all these
value.
things lose value. You need something that's bringing you an income. Now, there was somebody yesterday I had on Charm City Buyers out of Baltimore.
Oh, yay.
And so she's talking and they were like, $1,200 rent. Well, what if your mortgage is $500 and your property manager is $100? You only get $450, Ericka.
So that's still
every month. And I keep telling people there's a show called Old Dogs Network. It's for people who are in their 50s, 60s, real estate based. And it says like everybody comes on the show has the same story almost. It's like I was 55, I was 60, and I realized I can't retire.
Right.
And so they started buying something like, and the same thing I've been telling y'all for years. They bought one house at a time every year. 5 years later, they were able to go sit down.
Right.
Or somebody, they bought an RV park or they bought a mobile home park.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the story realized 2-3 things. You either have a small business that keeps you and your semi-retired spouse going.
Yeah.
Or you have something that brings in income. And people say, well, Ericka, there's not enough rental property for everybody to go around. How many people will never own a home?
Right.
And there's a ton of people who never own a home.
And the truth is you just need passive income. So even if you buy a home and I'm not even looking at y'all. But
She's trying, y'all.
Even if you buy a home and the mortgage is at market rate, by the time you Airbnb it or put some more people in it, like you can still break even and then get the equity on the house as it increases. So like no matter what, like,
and you don't need like 20 houses.
You don't.
You know how many people really listen? I'm really serious, y'all. There are a ton of people who spend like $3,000 a month, and that covers all their bills.
That's it.
And
like literally, what I do for myself, no matter how much I make, I just move a certain amount into like my personal checking that I live off of, and it's not a lot. Because my expenses aren't that high.
Girl, my expenses used to be $1,200 for a long time. And my CPA was like, what? Like, they could not believe. They're like, I was like, everything's paid off. I have no debt.
Right. Pay off your car, pay off your credit cards and all that stuff. And when you look at it, but by the time you just pay rent, food, it's not that much.
It's really not. Only debt I'm about to acquire is the trucks. And technically this house until I do a lump sum payment.
But technically that's your business acquiring those, right? Yeah. So not your personal?
So not personal. So, okay, what does this say? We missed some.
So, I'm sorry, y'all. Ericka got me up here holding this phone, my arm shaking.
It builds muscle. People afraid of risk just bought your smart for $1 million. I'm reading it now. Thank you. Your cash will lose value in the mattress. That's right. The mice eat in the mattress. I want 20 houses.
And thank y'all for posting the link. Somebody put it up there.
Yeah, they're posting all your links. I can't wait to start my class. I'll be in touch.
Hey, welcome, Denise.
Listen, here's my thing. Look at Annette's Worth's page. It's a testimonial in itself.
And I actually don't want to say like she's the only testimony. Like
there's other people. She's got screenshots.
So
I just haven't shared it.
Like I got a text message this morning, and one of the people said, like, Teri, thank you so much for teaching patience in your process. Since I started, I actually need to reach out a text message, but she was just like, let me get my message. But she was like, since I started doing your message, I've had consistent income. And she's been trading for years, but she hadn't had consistent income. So she needed my method.
Teri got all kind of money just blinging on her screen. Bling, 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 bling.
Well, you're not supposed to tell them. Okay. Tell them a secret. No, it's funny.
Trade happened. Trade executed.
Okay, let me see.
There's 95 people in here and 43 likes. Okay. I know we got some more likes in. Y'all test us.
Random note. Thank you so much. And here I'll show it to you so you can see it's true. Random note. Thank you so much for exemplifying patience in your approach. Ever since I made a promise to myself to purely follow your strategy and not trade based on emotions, news, or with the goal of making a few dollars, my win rate has been extremely consistent and it feels so good. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and gifts with the world, Teri. Many hugs and much love to you. Aww.
So nice.
And like,
she has mad screenshots. I'll post them on Instagram.
And video. Like, I just did our 8th coaching call. So we just ended the winter cohort. And I asked them, like, how are you guys doing? And one of them was like,
But it's funny. Go ahead.
Like, you know what, Teri? I made $1,100 yesterday just based on Amazon. And it was just person after person. So, I'm excited.
Listen, it's impact. Really well. It's impact, right? Because people are like, oh, you do this every day? Ain't you tired of doing this? And I'm like, I never get tired of sharing information. Because honestly, I feel like if I could reach 1 million people and push them into tech, stocks, real estate business, I know those 1 million people will change 10 people's lives around them. Yes. So really, then I've impacted 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
See, that was actually one of my goals. On my vision board a while back, I wanted to be a spiritual millionaire. I wanted to impact 1 million souls spiritually. And like that kind of thing is something priceless. Like just being able to impact people.
Teri got all this money. We just waiting on Teri to just throw hundreds in the air when she come on the show next time.
Oh wait, I did want to tell you about something though.
Okay, go ahead.
So we were actually able to help. So everybody who's invested in my course, I'm really big believer in like giving back. So 10% of what I've made, I gave to a charity, and we actually were able to impact mental health. We gave to a ministry that builds mental health in Florida. So thank you guys to everyone who's enrolled in the course.
You guys change lives.
Change more lives.
And Florida need all the mental health it can get. I mean, if you know anything about Florida got something in the water. They need to just clean the water or something.
Yes.
She's like, stop, Ericka.
As you guys continue to grow and be a part of the course, just know you're also giving back and affecting ministry. So that's really cool.
You two ladies saving lives. Give them likes up. Thank you, Ericka and Teri, so much. Facts. Yes. So, I mean, what are some of your takeaways while you're here from South by Southwest? Because like yesterday when I was downtown, you guys, I literally, Florida man, okay? It's a whole show by itself. When I was downtown, I just kept bumping into black, white, you name it, tech people who had tech ideals. And something this guy said was, John Henry said, don't come at me with no app. Like apps are 10 years, like the cheese moved on apps, okay? Like,
true.
Like don't come at me with no app. And like you literally at one point, you could like for $6,000 pay a team and they put an app together. So what was some of your takeaways?
Some of my takeaways. I went to a diversity session that I thought was pretty good, and one of the big things they said is that millennials now are looking for ways to bridge work and personal. So they no longer want to have to hide themselves when they go to work. They want to bring their whole self to work. And I thought, I thought that was really, really cool, because even in the personal finance space, like that's another reason why it's so important to have corporations talk to people about their personal finance, because these millennials want to know that the company cares about their whole self.
I think it saves the company money in long term. You know, people always want to move because I'm not getting a raise, I'm not getting this. But if you know the raise comes from you, it doesn't come from your company. The raise comes from what you do with your money. Like everybody says, Ericka, I'm only making $1,000 a week. What can I do? Take $25 to $100 and invest it.
Right.
And they be like, but no.
Yeah.
Take what you already have and start investing it. That's the only way you're gonna get more streams.
Yeah, and I actually had a friend who she got an offer from a different company, and they were giving her more salary but less equity, and her company had paid her a lower salary but given her quite a few stock options. And when we really went down, like she talked to me, she's like, Teri, I need to understand what's going on. When we really looked at the whole package, it actually was more than the one that had a higher salary because of the value of those stocks. But had she not understood that, she would have made the move. Yeah, she would have made the move, and it actually would have been a lower salary altogether.
They don't, so that's why this is important. You gotta understand. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. When I say the cheese is moved, I'm talking about the way companies are like, even the military. So I'm switching up again. My legs are. I went to the dentist, y'all. My legs are like acting a fool. I was like so nervous. I was so nervous. Okay, you want to hold it on me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, whoops, I gotta do it this way so you can see the camera. You can read the goes. So like when I was talking to this girl and it was like the military. She was like, oh, my dad was under the old system. I'm so glad he gets like $3,000 a month plus his disability. I was like, oh yeah, my mom makes 6 racks off her military retirement and disability. And what we were talking about is the new people in the Army. The reason you see so many military channels talking about retirement now is because the new guys for the past 2 years have had to save money, and the military on their way out will match them on what they save. So really, if you think about it, the old system was better because it was guaranteed whether you act a fool or not, whether you saved any money or not, you knew 20 years in you're going to probably get half your salary and then some disability because if you had any injuries. So now imagine these new guys, they have to be well read. They have to learn about how to save their money or put it in matching accounts so that the government will match them. It's important. Like it's the cheese. I keep trying to tell y'all, like that thing has moved. And if you're 35 to 55, and I know your ages because people watch my channel, if you're 35 to 55, you need to watch my investing platforms video. You need to watch some of these lending club videos. You need to, even if you just go to your bank and just get some bank certificates, just have some money working. And I know people are like, well, bank certificates ain't really giving away big amounts. Doesn't matter at this point, really. Like, it's literally so small. Like, there's a video we do, Teri, it's on investing in veterans. And it's like $25 a pop. And you get like 5%. And people are like, that's all 5%? Basically, you invest in veterans' businesses. Who cares? You're investing in veterans, and awesome. You're getting 5%. Where are you getting 5% right now? Most people aren't even getting 5%.
See, okay, wait. So we have a couple. Okay, we have a couple questions. Yeah. Okay, we had one question from Red Pill Gladiator, and he said, would it be best to do the trading myself, or should I invest in a or should I invest in a Vanguard S&P 500? Okay, so personally, you talking to me. So my opinion, I'm a day and swing trader. I'm always going to say it's better to invest yourself, but you need someone to teach you. So if you haven't had someone like taking a course or something like that, then sure, go ahead and invest in the Vanguard S&P 500 because it'll go along with the S&P. And usually the S&P will make 6 to 10% a year. If that, last year it was actually negative, but like the goal is that it'll increase steadily, small but steady each year. You can do better though if you're investing your own stocks, but you need to learn how to do it because if you haven't had any training, you can lose a lot because you just haven't had training. So that would be my answer on that one.
Drop 16 TV, my first time on live. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, you don't know who I am. I'm Ericka Williams, author of The Smartphone Millionaire, How to Invest in People, Real Estate, and Businesses from the Palm of Your Hand. Had my teeth worked on today at the dentist, so a little cheeky. But my friend here is Teri. Teri essentially is a day trader / swing trader. She used to be a principal. Used to be a principal. Now she travels the world. She was in Japan, Korea, Vietnam, all overseas.
Australia.
And the show today, we're just talking kind of like the cheese has moved, but I was making a joke saying here in my garage. But Teri, don't get that new charger. Exactly. Military people don't get that new charger. Question, is it normal to have an investment application ask for your bank sign in and password? I'm trying to look for a bank account just for investments.
Okay, so actually, you said yes.
Yeah, when you go lending club, when you do any of them, they have a choice now. They can either wire you money, and then you tell them this was 2 cents, 3 cents, then they confirm that's your account, or they do immediately where they sign into your bank. You can sign your bank. It's a secure link. And essentially all that does is make it faster. So
quick note, just FYI, if you all are on I keep seeing some notes about like stories and things are not uploading. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook are having some issues today. We noticed it as well. So just FYI, if anybody was having trouble with that today. But yes, doing an investing account is just like opening a bank account. So they will ask you for some secure information.
Lindell Moore, perfect book. Read The Intelligent Investor. Hi, Teri.
Just showed love. Thank you.
Thank you. Trying to get my second multifamily next year. Is it better to do a HELOC or cash out refinance? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know your situation. I hate giving blanket answers.
That's fine.
Because your financial situation may be completely different, and I give you an answer and it's terrible.
Right.
So I would say you can either get a consult or you can like do the math on it for yourself.
And she's not an advisor either.
Exactly. So it's just an opinion.
Yeah.
And then when you call me, I'm just giving an opinion on what I would do in your space. Mm-hmm. So I always want to be careful on the show with that. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you, Grisby57, for the $10 super chat. Love the channel. Thank you guys so much. Look, my friend is here. She's getting ready to come in my garage. So I'm going to show her this place.
Go about this. Keep saving.
Keep saving, you guys, for sure. With opening a bank account for an investments, would you have to do an LLC or get an EIN number? No, you don't have to, but it's a choice. You can invest from your business or you can invest personally.
It's more expensive, so I'd start the personal account, and then you can switch.
Do we invest with Robinhood?
No.
That's Robinhood. I hate them bitches.
So no, I did not invest with Robinhood.
They are jerks.
I like their mission, and they do give free fees, but there's better platforms that are a bit more.
Way better. I mean, let me tell you this. Robinhood Gold, they got my money, but we're not gonna do a video on that. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, listen. If you haven't, I'm so sorry. The sale is over. Teri is now gone to famous land. She's too famous for us.
But you can still get the course. Don't feel like you can't get the course. And it's still cheap. Like, it's not very expensive at all.
Super cheap, super cheap. Listen, for what you're getting and the money you're going to be making, you guys, it's a win.
People in the course have made their money back.
She said, so that's a no for Robinhood. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you see my videos don't have no more Robinhood in it. I have some dividends in Robinhood. How much is your program again? Red Pill Gladiator, her program is $2,000, but if you go on her Instagram, you'll see lots of students who are making killer bank. And even if you just make $100 a day, 5 days a week, end of the year you made $48,000. So $2,000, what was that?
And you paid yourself back in 20 days. So it's super fast to pay yourself back.
It's like $1 a month. Hey, gotta start somewhere. Exactly. Thank you. What's the link for the VIP? Kayshawn, we will have the links in the description. I'll register for your courses today.
And Cheryl, woo-woo, welcome to the course.
Welcome to the course. All right, you guys, listen. 119 of y'all here, 64 likes. I need more likes. I love you. Teri loves you.
Bye, I love you. Have to go. Bye.
Okay. Oh, y'all like the house, though? Hold on. I'll do one more time. They're saying thank you so much, Teri. My friend's outside. She's probably scared to come in. Hold on. How does a 25-year-old entrepreneur meet more entrepreneurs? You have to go to conferences. So he said a yes. Why?